I am Founding Father Benjamin Franklin, and welcome to the Step Up America Foundation podcast. Join us every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we celebrate incredible Americans from all walks of life. You may hear from a NASA astronaut, a professional or amateur athlete, a musician, and of course, current and past military heroes, just to name a few. And who knows, you might even learn a thing or two along the way. Well, that's enough from me. Let me introduce you to our hosts, John McIntosh, Mark Renahan, and Adrian Garcia. Take it away, team!
John.
Are we ready?
Yeah, the intro didn't loop back into the headphones.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow. So we're live then. All right.
are
That's
live.
all right. I apologize. I was, all right. I was trying to.
Technical difficulties.
Whoa,
Sorry about that, everyone.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Step Up America podcast / Facebook Live show. I am John McIntosh, and I have with me Adrian Garcia. How are you, sir?
Doing great, John. A little cold outside today.
Nah, it's not cold. Feels good.
Old-ish.
Yeah. And we also have Noah, the engineer, with us. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good aside from the technical difficulties.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering why you guys were waving and snapping and doing all kinds of stuff, but now I get it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll work through it like we always do. Yeah, very cool weekend this weekend. I'm
Lots of
exhausted.
fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. We got to spend some time up with Colin Garrett from NASCAR Xfinity Series. If you all are listening, thank you so much for your hospitality. They put on an incredible fundraiser. Racing for Heroes did, and
Thrilling, to say the least.
Yeah, Colin was nice enough to have the Step Up America team up there, and we got to spend some time on the track with them, and yeah, that was exhilarating to say the least. And a lot of fun. So thank you to the Garrett family and Racing for Heroes, and Brett, if you're out there listening, we appreciate it.
To say the least.
Yeah. So with all that being said, before we get into the geography game, we have a very special guest. He's near and dear to me. That would be my father, former Air Force pilot, Major John McIntosh. Are you with us, sir?
Yes, I am. Glad to be here today.
All right, excellent. Sorry about the confusion there in the first half. So I was confused as you were, but we're back and we're ready to rock and roll. So, Major McIntosh, this is how this works. We are going to play the geography game, and I lost rock, paper, scissors. So Adrian's going to throw a dart against the virtual map of the United States behind me. And you and I, Dad, are going to have to answer some questions on whatever state he lands on. You ready?
Ooh.
Ready.
All right, let's do this.
All right, John, you got to move out the way.
I will, trust me.
Spin Adrian's chair. Oh, because it's over the.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Pacific
fix my
Coast.
chair. I forgot that we're not in the corner anymore.
All right, just don't hit me, bud. Don't hit me.
Oh,
That was an excellent dart.
that one sucked. Oh my God.
Wow, he's 0 for 2. If he misses
You're
one
also
more, if he
aiming
can't
way
stick
too
it,
high.
then...
Oh,
You're
I am?
aiming it to Canada.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A little bit lower.
Oh, he
There we
finally
go.
got
You
one.
hit Ontario.
Oh, come on. John, hand me the
No.
dart.
Where does this go?
Move your hand, please. Vermont.
Vermont.
All
There
right.
we go. We'll go with that because Adrian can't throw darts. So,
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, we're going with Vermont, Dad. I don't know anything about Vermont.
We haven't had that one before, so let's see.
So you're going to have to help me out.
All right.
All right.
All right, so state
Holden.
capital, Vermont. Hold on, let me...
All right, Dad, start looking up the state capital of Vermont.
No cheating.
Because I have no idea.
This is a no cheating zone. All right, Vermont. So, all right, what is the capital of Vermont?
glad one of the McIntoshes knows that.
All right.
All right, what do we got next?
Next
That
we
was
got.
back when they taught geography in school.
Yeah, no, I hear you. No, I remember getting 100 on all the states and the state capitals, but time has lapsed. So.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. All right, so this one is state nickname.
All right, Dad, any clue on the state nickname of Vermont?
Mm,
You know how Virginia is for love. No, that's the license plate's logo. The common.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you gave me Virginia, I could pull this off. All right.
the maple syrup station. That's all I can remember about Vermont.
Not quite.
I don't think-
Not
yeah.
quite.
On the right track, though.
No. It has nothing to do with the woods or the forest or anything.
No geography, nothing like that. I'm taking a big L
All right,
here.
do you want a hint?
Sure.
All right, green.
Oh, Green Mountain.
Green Mountain what?
State.
Yes.
All right.
All
State?
right.
Go. All right.
Green Mountain State.
I asked you if it had anything to do with geography, and you said no. And then you bring up mountains. What kind
You
of
said it
sense
didn't
does
have
that
anything
make?
to do with the trees.
Yeah, with the trees.
The
And then I asked, so it has nothing
Or
to
the
do with
forest.
geography, and then you come back with nope.
Oh, dang, my bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah, all right. We get
All right,
a pat.
so-
We're 2 for 2, Dad.
All right, so last but not least is the state license plate slogan for Vermont.
The Green Mountain State.
Yes, that's one. Can you guess?
Oh, we're 3 for 3. We're stopping right there.
All right, but okay, fine.
3 for 3. We aced it.
But there's two more, which I'll just go ahead and name. Vermont Naturally,
All right.
and formerly it used to be I love Vermont. Here, you look at it because it's a little weird.
Why?
So you know I'm not
Wow.
making it. So you know I'm not making it up.
Is it like all squished together?
Yeah, it's a little weird,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I guess that's what they're getting at. Is I love Vermont,
yeah.
but it's spelled ILOVERMOT. So
All
it's not-
together.
yeah, like.
All right,
I-
but you guys won, so
Yeah.
Oh, that's
round of
great.
applause.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. Excellent.
That one.
Yeah. All right, Dad. I've never been to Vermont. Have you?
No,
All right.
never have.
So, what made you bring up the maple thing? Because that's new to me.
That's right. And maple syrup. That's one of their big exports.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
not know that.
Really? You think or you know? We don't want to.
No,
Tell
yeah, up there in the Northeast, that's where they make maple syrup
All
a
right.
lot.
I knew
Pretty
that
cool.
was New Hampshire.
Okay. Well, it's all in the same neck of the woods, New Hampshire, Vermont, all
Yeah.
those kinds of places.
Yeah.
So, all right, excellent. So, thank you for joining us, Dad. I had you on today for several different reasons, and the first being is obviously I love you, I adore you. You're a great man, great father, and but more importantly, to our listeners out there, you're also a veteran that has served time and done his duty to his country, serving his country, and also serving his family and volunteering throughout your life. And one of those experiences, and that's what we promote here at the Step Up America Foundation, is just trying to teach kids what it means to be a good citizen. That's our end game, right? And we do that through teaching volunteerism. We do it through teaching what it means to be a good citizen, along with civics and history. And we don't play politics. We could care less about that. We just want to educate our youth about how important it is to understand how to make positive change in your community. And once you make it in your community, that bleeds over into your county, which bleeds over into your state, which bleeds over into the United States, right? And we want our kids to grow up and be change makers in the right direction. And I'm going to share a little story about you, if you don't mind. Is that all right?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so baseball is pretty big in our family. And, I did it for a little bit in college. And once I was done playing ball, baseball was done for a while. And then comes along my first son. And I decided to start playing baseball. or coaching baseball. At Mason's age, he was T-ball, I think, right, Dad, is when I first started coaching?
Yeah.
Yep.
T-ball.
So first person I called to be an assistant coach was my father. And he's, I don't know. And the next thing you know, 12 years later, he's still coaching with me all the way up to the high school level.
Oh,
And
cool.
that was a dream come true for me because the fact I got to spend time with you, right, and my son, 3 generations of McIntoshes out on the ball field. That's always special. But I would argue that through your guidance, what we brought to the coaching level wasn't so much an expertise on the game, but it was how to translate the game into real life. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's a very important part of it. The mental aspect of almost any game, is sometimes more difficult than the actual participation.
No, I agree, and you're always a man of many words, so I figured I'd have to carry this conversation, so I will. So with that being said, no, I remember the one thing that you led me to teach was how can we translate this game of baseball into life and make it meaningful? And it was about work ethic. It wasn't about whether or not you won or lost. Right? You always step onto the field of life, just like in baseball, and you try to win. That's what you try to do, because if you're not trying to win, then you're doing something wrong, right? But we all know that you don't win every baseball game. There's no way. I mean, the professionals play 160-some games, or however many, 120, 160, I should know that, but I don't. They play a lot of games. They don't win every one, but every time they step on the field, and they're faced with that opposition, they strive to win. And that's what we always try to teach our youth was you're not going to win, but you need to step on the field prepared to win. And then if you lose, you don't cry about it. You don't sulk about it. You don't whine about it. You don't blame the umpires for it. You learn from it. And then you move on. And that is so translatable in life today. And I think so many of our young people today go out and just expect to win. If they don't, they want to blame the world. Well, Dad, you've been around longer than I have. I've been around 47 years. And I'm here to tell you, life can kick you in the face. Without a doubt, right? And
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I would like to think, and I don't know where I'm going with this, other than, at the foundation here, that's what we're trying to teach our youth, is just you're going to get kicked in the face. And as long as you have knowledge and will and the strength and know what's right, know what's wrong, you're going to succeed, right?
Yeah. The important thing to know is that, you may lose, but you have to evaluate, why did you lose? What could you do to do better? How can I work harder to avoid the problems that I came up against? And life is that way, because life is just a series of problems. Nothing goes right all the time. You have to be able to adjust.
No, I couldn't agree more. And it was funny. I was, I don't know where I saw this, but I was listening to a motivational speech the other day, and it was all about failure, right? And if you really think about failure, right, how many times, Dad, Adrian, Noah, myself, how many times have we been dealt with difficult problems in our lives, and you think you're not going to win?
Ooh, plenty.
Right? But yet, all of us are still sitting here, right? Which means that we came out of those problems, we overcame them, and we're batting 1,000.
One way or another, we persevered.
Yeah, we're batting 1,000. So in the game of baseball, you're batting 1,000, you're a rock star. I know I've been through many difficult situations. Dad, you have been through many difficult situations. Adrian, I don't know, maybe not so much, but
Well, you've been
Right,
You've been
you
around
haven't-
longer than I.
right,
so.
but you're going to face them, right? And the fact that you can still, to me, that's motivation. You wake up and you go, okay, that really sucked. But 6 months later, I'm standing here. I'm batting 1,000. That means you're a rock star. Does that make sense, Dad?
Yes, yes.
No.
You just got to keep working. There's just, nothing's going to be easy, and you're not going to be on a glide slope all the time. Just, taking it easy. There's always going to be something that's going to upset things, and you have to deal with how to get yourself back on that path that you were wanting to follow.
Yeah, you pick yourself up and you move. Otherwise, you die. I mean, that's the reality of it. So that leads me into what I want to talk about on the second half of the show, Dad, is a very special partnership we developed. And before I get into that and explain it, and I want you to chime in a little bit, Dad, about this partnership and tell me what you think about it. We want to share. We got some very special partners that we've teamed up with, and we're going to take just about 2 minutes here and recognize those partners that have been gracious enough to support us here at the Step Up America Foundation.
We believe at New Day USA, we have a noble purpose. We want to be known as America's mortgage company for veterans and active duty service people. Some of them are giving their lives right now today for the freedoms that we have here in this country. So for us at New Day, to help those people at this point in time, it's a labor of love, it's a noble service, and that's what we're all about.
And welcome back. Thank you again to our sponsor. So, Dad, I was talking about persevering in life, right? And teaching our young about civics, about history, but also about strength and courage and doing the right things. And that's what this foundation does. And we were blessed enough to partner up with WWE superstar Miss Lacey Evans. And I know I've shared my excitement with you, Dad, about that. And we're super excited because she has an incredible background, an absolutely incredible background, because she came from a very difficult situation in her childhood. And she fought it and fought it and fought it and persevered and went on to serve as a United States Marine. And then now has jumped ship and become a role model at the WWE superstar wrestling level. And she continues to give back to the community constantly. And we're super excited about that. And what do you say to that, old man?
Oh, that's awesome. You take somebody who's been through Marine Corps training, and they have been through probably the worst of the worst. So they know how to fail and how to get up and keep going and learn how to just press on with life. And she's done a great job of translating her training there to what she's doing now, both in her life, WWE, and with what she's doing for the community. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the cool part is, somebody that came from her background had to scrap, fight, and claw to get where she's at right now. Might want to take a respite, right? And go, I'm just going to call a timeout. I finally am comfortable, and I can breathe for a little bit, and nope. I'm not going to divulge her schedule, but I was talking to her today, and she's actually going to be on the podcast tomorrow. and we'll
11
share,
a.m.
Yeah,
Exciting news tomorrow.
We'll share a little bit about that. But she's rattling off her schedule, and it was all about everything was community based, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you got. So, and then she's got time for us too on top of that. So, Lacey, if you're out there listening, and Alfonso and their beautiful daughter Summer, you guys keep rocking it, because you're kicking butt and taking names, and we're blessed to have you. But
She is a superstar after all.
So, Dad, do you remember? We gotta talk about this for a little bit. I warned you, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was a wrestling freak, right? When was that? Like, was that elementary school or middle school? How old was I?
You're probably 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Like
all
that.
right. So towards the end of, well, I was in grade school, and I know wrestling back then, that was big time. And one of the memories I will never forget, Dad, was you taking me to the Capitol Center in D.C. to watch a wrestling match. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I am getting old, but didn't we get to see, for some of our older listeners out there, Bob Backlund and Iron Sheik wrestle for the championship?
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, you're good. All right. And,
That could be.
No, and then
Hulk Hogan.
and Hulk Hogan was there. Yeah. No, what a fond memory though. So wrestling's a cool thing, because you and I did it, father and son, right? And it's one of those things that you can go as an adult and bring your kid to, and still have that bonding experience. You know what I mean? Which I thought was cool. So hey, Dad, do you remember Jim Hacksaw Duggan? He used to come out with the 2x4. Howlin'. He was Mr.
Okay.
Patriot. Well, anyway, when we get off the phone, look him up. So he was. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I was going to say, I think how you got into wrestling was when you were 6, 7. I used to pick you up and body slam you on the on the bed, and you go, "Oh yeah, do it again."
I got you. Don't say that too.
Oh, wow.
Don't say that out loud. This day and age, Dad. Somebody might come to your door.
No, it was always.
No, I know it was. Yeah, no, I loved it.
Of it, and we watched wrestling, and we pull on the floor, and
Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun.
So I didn't body slam you on the floor.
No, I know.
Can you
that.
imagine?
Well, you probably should have. You would have knocked some more sense into me. So, in hindsight, that's probably what you should have done. Maybe done a pile driver or two on my head, and maybe I would have turned out a little bit better. But anyway, with that being said, Dad, we're super excited. We're not going to give the details on it until tomorrow. We're going to let our special guest talk about it, but Lacey Evans, the WWE superstar who was just on Fox, doing a huge special with the military, and she's involved in so many different things, and she's gracious enough to give us some of her time. Number one, because she believes in what we're doing, and she's been introduced to the Franklin Project, and so was her daughter, and I think that was the selling point. So before I go any far further, Adrian, why don't you just share what exactly is the Franklin Project for people that are out there listening and going, okay, well, that sounds cool, but what is it?
Oh, yeah. So the Franklin Project, it's an awesome experience. It's a digital avatar of Ben Franklin that can talk to the kids and interact with them all in real time. So as soon as Ben Franklin points to that child in the front row with a blue sweater, then their eyes just light up, and they're glued into the screen, and they learn because it's fun, and when you're having fun, when you're learning, the information sticks.
So let me ask you this, Adrian: do we just put these lessons together, or how do these lessons come about?
Oh no! So we have 2 educators on board with 60 plus years teaching experience. They're the ones that help us create these lesson plans and these scripts, so to speak, so that everything is aligned with Florida State standards. So it's everything that teachers are already teaching in the classroom.
Yeah, exactly. So only it's a way more fun way to engage your students. And we like to call it a field trip that comes to you.
Oh, yeah. And it gives the teachers a bit of a break too. They can just sit
Right.
back, relax, and watch Ben Franklin with,
Yeah,
with
and
the
it's
kids.
it's cool. We actually one of our educators that writes our lesson plans for us is up in Escambia County, and we have a phenomenal relationship with them. She took it upon herself to do some pre-tests and post-tests. So what she did was analyze the kids' knowledge before meeting Ben Franklin through the Franklin Project, and then doing post-tests. And what she saw was greater than 65% increase in knowledge after they went through this program. And if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does.
And speaking of Escambia County, we're actually scheduled for presentations on December 11th and the 14th. All-day presentations through Google Meet, so pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and we also have a very cool training session tomorrow where we're getting Hillsborough County and here in Florida. We're going to ramp their teachers up and deploy Ben to that county too. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, can't wait.
But
All
anyway,
good things.
Dan, to get back to tomorrow's show, Lacey Evans is coming on at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and we've already announced this. But she's been gracious enough to give away a bunch of backpacks. But because Lacey is who she is, she says you get nothing for free. If you get something for free, it's not worth anything.
Gotta
You
put
have
some
to
effort
earn
into it.
So, per her request, what's going to happen? Well, I'm not going to give out all the details because we'll do that tomorrow, how everybody can get involved and participate in this cool program. But it's going to be very special. But your child is going to have to do a little something to earn one of these backpacks. And 25 of them will be given away to the winners. And it's going to be based on effort, not anything less than that. So we're super excited. We'll give out the details tomorrow.
11 a.m. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm going to let the one and only Lacey Evans actually share those details. But if you're a Lacey Evans fan out there, if you're a WWE fan out there, or if you're just a fan of teaching kids what it means to be a good citizen, and you believe U.S. history and civics should be taught in a fun and favorable way, in a non-political fashion, then look us up at www.stepupamericaprogram.org. Get involved. Dad, I know you've had the opportunity to meet Ben Franklin. What was your first initial thoughts when you actually saw how this thing works?
I thought that was very unique and a special way to get somebody else involved. You know, when you're sitting at TV, you're just normally thinking, oh, yeah, that's just blah, blah, blah. But when they come in and talk to you, and, you know, I could see where a kid's eyes would light up. It was like, oh, my gosh.
Well, yeah, it's not
Talking
even
to me.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, and it's not just kids. Dad. We have put Ben Franklin in front of adults.
Adult audiences,
Yeah, they I hate to say it, but they're almost more excited than the kids. They're like, wow,
They're like
this
blown
is so
away,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we are running out of time here, Dad. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart your service to our country, being a great husband, being a great father, and volunteering with me through all those years, even if we set the all-time high school record of going 0-23 or whatever it was. I guarantee you, yeah, it's funny because, all right, I got to share this little story. So my father and I were coaching high school baseball, and we literally went 0-20 or whatever it was, but didn't win a single game. But here's the cool thing about that, Dad, is many of those kids we coached still stay in touch with us, and we're watching them succeed, which is really cool because we never gave up on them. We fought, we battled, and those kids never gave up. They just didn't have the right talent to play that game, but they learned the talent in life not to give up. And so many of those kids have become very successful, that's the end game, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was brutal, though. I remember, that was a pride check, big time. So I got humbled something quick. But that was a life lesson I had to learn too, which was cool. So anyway, enough about that story. So Adrian, what's happening tomorrow at 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock, we have the one and only WWE superstar Lacey Evans coming on the show and talking about a special, giveaway that we are going to be hosting. So definitely excited about that.
In Lacey's words, it's not a giveaway; it's a
That's right, a contest. That's right.
We're not giving
special
anything
contest.
away. You're gonna have to.
That.
Yeah, you're gonna have to earn it, but you'll get some pretty cool stuff if you win. So, Dad, again, I didn't mean to jump to that story, but thank you again for your service. We appreciate you coming on the show and chatting with us. And I hope you will be tuned in tomorrow at 11 o'clock as we got a really cool show, and we're excited about it. So any parting words, Dad?
Nope, just keep your nose up and keep pointed in the direction you want to go. Don't let things get in your way.
Hooah. Anything else, Adrian?
Nothing from here. Just stay tuned tomorrow, 11 a.m. Hope to see all of our viewers tuned in. So looking forward to it.
All right, everybody out there in Facebook land and podcast land, be safe. Take care of one another and do the right thing always. And we will talk to you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Take care, y'all.